Front and Center. Front and Center. A focus on important and significant developments affecting the lives of Filipinos, not only in the Philippines, but also those living and working around the world. Join us in Front and Center. Front and Center. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Good day, welcome to Front and Center, where we focus on developments in the Philippines, legislation that provides policies and directions that strives to promote a better economy for the country, issues that concern the welfare and well-being of every Filipino. All of these and more will be Front and Center. You can watch this program on our Facebook page, that's Radyo Pilipinas World Service, and you can hear us live on audio streaming at Evox PBS Receiver app. So join us for another edition of Front and Center with your host, Jerome Toledo.
Front and Center. Front and Center. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
On Tuesday night, the Philippine Senate has convened as an impeachment court. The first order of business of the impeachment court was to formally issue a writ of summons to Vice President Sara Duterte, directing her to respond to the articles of impeachment within 10 days of receipt. It followed by discussing on the process of the trial, which led to the chamber vote to return the complaint to the House of Representatives for clarification, which garnered an 18 to 5 votes from senators. Senator Escudero clarified that the return of the complaint was not a dismissal. That's Senate President Francis Escudero. And the impeachment process remains active. And Senator Escudero emphasized that the vote earlier in the day did not constitute a ruling on whether the House of Representatives violated the constitutional one-year ban on multiple impeachment attempts, nor did it preempt the action of the incoming 20th Congress. Under Article 7 of the Senate Rules of Procedure on impeachment trials, the issuance of a summons follows the formal organization of the court and the presentation of the articles of impeachment. The Vice President is required to file her answer within a non-extendable period of 10 days from receipt of the summons and the complaint. Prosecutors, in turn, have 5 days to file their reply. So, more of these developments in the next coming days as we talk to law experts on how will this impeachment process goes.
Front and Center. Front and Center. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
Now, let's focus on developments abroad, particularly the riots that rocks the city of Los Angeles in the state of California as it heads on almost a fifth day. What it began as a small pockets of protests against the raids on immigrants conducted by United States Immigration and Homeland Security agents last weekend turned out to be riots as U.S. authorities are quelling the protests in the city. U.S. President Donald Trump has deployed more troops from United States Marines and federalized the California National Guard to support the raiding team from ICE and law enforcement agents and to prevent people from forming an assembly in the streets. And as we speak right now, the protest has spread not just in Los Angeles, but in Chicago, New York, and also in Dallas, in Texas. So now, a Filipino migrant has been arrested in that state by immigration agents and subjected for deportation anytime soon. So what will happen on this case and how our Filipino Foreign Service post in that region is extending help and how the Consulate General is dealing with the situation that is happening in Los Angeles. Earlier, I spoke with the Consul General of the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles, California, and he gave us an update on this matter, plus the current situation right now in the city. So let's watch the interview of the program with Consul General of the Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles, California, Mr. Adelio Cruz. Thank you for joining us in this program, Consul General Adelio Cruz, our Consul General of Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles, California. Thank you po for joining us in this program.
Thank you very much po for inviting me, Mr. Jerome Toledo. At magandang umaga po sa ating mga tagapakinig.
Okay po. For the benefit of our viewers po rito sa Pilipinas, Consul General, and sa abroad din, pakikwento po sa amin yung brief background ng mga pangyayari po dyan sa Los Angeles. What's the current atmosphere there po dyan sa lungsod?
Okay, well, alam naman po ng karamihan ng mga kababayan natin dito sa Southern California, or in California in general, that ang ICE po, ang Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials, ay umiikot po sa buong state of California, and they are arresting and detaining illegal immigrants dito sa state na ito. This started po over the weekend when they raided an area right in front of a Home Depot area. Malapit lang po dito sa konsulado, and they started rounding up people na nakatayo. And this of course sparked a lot of protests. So ang nangyayari po ngayon, we are on the 5th day of protests by Angelenos. And the majority of the protests po are being undertaken around the vicinity of federal buildings in downtown LA. And most of the protesters po are actually protesting in front of the Metropolitan Detention Center dito po sa downtown LA. Dito po kasi pinoprocess at dinidetain ang mga tao na inaaresto po ng mga ICE officials.
I see. Okay, and Consul General, since may mga naaresto po na mga immigrants na mga otoridad dyan sa Los Angeles. So, have we received a report that a Filipino was detained or arrested by the police?
Okay, I'd like to make just a few clarifications, sir. One, they are called, they're not, immigrants are not being targeted po, no? These are the people undocumented po dito sa United States. No?
Okay.
Second, the police or LAPD is not in any way participating nor assisting officials from the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Bureau. LAPD po made it very clear that hindi po sila makikialam sa paghuli ng mga undocumented aliens dito sa Southern California. Well, marami ho ang mga na-detain. May isang documented po na Filipino na nahuli po, but he was not part of this major tinatawag nating dragnet. No? Itong kababayang natin ito po, he was arrested sa bahay po niya. It was a scheduled arrest by ICE officials po. No? So hindi po siya kasama doon sa mga mass protesters na nahuli.
I see. Do we have the identification of this documented Filipino immigrant dyan po sa Los Angeles?
Ang pangalan po niya is si Mr. Rolando Veneracion. And well, he is an immigrant. We were able to confirm that po. And we were also able to confirm that meron po siyang dalawang felony charges. No? He was accused of rape and theft.
Okay. And according to some reports, he is scheduled to be or expected to be deported back in the country, in the Philippines.
Well, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Bureau po, they never tell us kung kailan po ma-deport ang mga tao. No? They do not share that information with any consulate. No? But they are currently processing, and after they are documented, processed for deportation, that's when they are sent out po. Nakipag-ugnay na po kami sa kapatid ng ating kababayan. Nakikiusap po yung kapatid to respect their privacy. So ang masasabi ko lamang po ay nakipag-usap na po kami sa ICE officials. We know where he is. We know where he is detained. And yun nga po, following the request of the family is to respect po the privacy nila.
I see. Okay, so with either kung may kaso po, kung magkaroon ng kaso ang isang sabihin na natin documented immigrant dyan sa Amerika. So there's a chance na under the laws dyan sa Amerika ay posible pong ma-deport. Tama po ba?
Definitely po.
Yeah.
Definitely. Kahit immigrant na po. Kasi tandaan po natin, being an immigrant is a privilege. It's not a right. No? Pribilehiyo po ito, hindi karapatan. So, kung kayo po ay immigrant at kayo po ay lumabag sa batas dito sa Amerika, and it is considered a crime, no? And you spend time in jail, that is definitely an issue or grounds for deportation po.
Okay. So, just to make clear, Consul General, so this immigrant is a green card holder, pero hindi po siya naturalized US citizen.
Opo, immigrant pa lang po siya, hindi pa
Okay.
po siya nag-US citizen.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. So, with having said that, Consul General, so may assistance po ba ang ating Consulate General sa ating immigrant na posible pong ma-deport?
Well, yun nga po, nakipag-usap na po kami sa kapatid, and we are also coordinating po with the ICE officials. So alam po namin kung nasaan siya, and of course, whatever assistance he would need, nandyan po ang konsulado para tumulong po sa kanya.
Okay. So how about po kapag once deported po siya, mag-extend po ba ng help ang ating Consulate General?
Well, once he is deported back to the Philippines po, I believe our agencies na po, ang mga ahensya po na po natin sa Pilipinas ang pwede magbigay ng tulong sa kanya dahil nakabalik na po siya ng bansa natin.
Okay. So, in short, since deported siya at may kaso, so wala na po siyang chance na makabalik sa Amerika. Tama po ba?
Chances po are very, very slim. Of course, I cannot speak po on behalf of the US government. But for one person to be deported, everybody knows po na napakaliit na po ng pagkakataon na siya ay makabalik pa po sa bansang ito.
Okay. So, moving forward, so what are the steps that our Philippine Consulate General can do to aid Filipinos in trouble with the law or has broken immigration laws? Ano po yung mga ginagawa po ng ating consulate para at maiwasan naman po ng ating mga kababayan na malabag ang mga immigration laws given na nagpatupad ng stricter immigration laws ang Trump administration?
Well, alam naman po ng ating mga kababayan dito na naghihigpit nga po ang administrasyong ito, at masasabi ko naman po na I'm proud to say, no, majority naman po ng ating mga kababayan dito are well respected, masisipag, mababait, at sumusunod naman po sa batas ng Amerika. For this particular ongoing protests dito po sa downtown LA, naglabas na po kami ng announcement na kung maaari lamang ay yung mga kababayan natin ay wag po sumama, wag makihalo halo sa mga protesters, because basically alam naman po nila ang mga nangyayari, nababalitaan naman po nila, napapanood sa social media. So the best way po is just to remain in the comforts of their homes, avoid itong mga conflict areas na po ito. At wag po silang matatakot kung sila ilalabas, no? I would just like to remind them na kung sila mag-iikot nga po dito, dalhin po nila yung green card nila, or para sa mga turista naman po, dalhin po nila ang kopya ng kanilang passport, take a picture of their passport, take a picture of their visa, para kung sakali lamang po na sila ay ma-question ng immigration officers, no? May papakita po sila na sila ay legal dito sa US. So inuulit ko po, ang Los Angeles Police Department, hindi po sila tumutulong, nag-assist sa mga ICE operations, at hindi po sila nagtatanong sa mga tao kung anong status nila. No, it's only officers and officials from the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Bureau that can do that po.
Oh, okay. All right. So, final message na lang po, Consul General, sa ating mga kababayan dito sa Pilipinas na syempre may mga kamag-anak po dyan sa Los Angeles and particularly dyan po sa Southern California. The floor is yours po, Consul General.
Thank you. Maraming salamat po. Inulit ko lamang po para sa ating mga kababayan dito sa Southern California, Southern Nevada and Arizona, no, wag po kayong matatakot. What places are now being under the news, no, ika nga, dahil sa mga protesta. No, just avoid them po. Huwag po kayong pumunta doon sa mga conflict zones natin. These are just pockets of conflict zones. Ang buong LA County naman po ay tahimik, no? Kaya wag silang mag-alala. Para naman po sa mga kababayan natin na turista na gustong pumunta sa Amerika, basta't may valid US visa naman po kayo. And alam naman po ninyo kung saan kayo pupunta, huwag po kayo matakot. Tuloy po rin po ninyo ang inyong pagbakasyon dito sa Amerika.
And that's what the Malacanang has echoed yesterday in a press briefing na they are closely monitoring the situation there in Los Angeles County, and at the same time nagpaalala rin sila na sumunod sa mga patakaran at mga batas inggil sa immigration law sa Amerika, Conjen.
Tama po yan. In the same way naman po, no, lahat naman ng mga turista na pumupunta sa ibang bansa, they are there to enjoy, at wag lamang po silang lalabag sa batas ng mga bansang pupuntahan nila, kaya wala po silang mga iintindihin. Sir, I'd like to share the number of the consulate sa mga ating tagapakinig. Kung sakaling may mga kamag-anak po sila dito sa Amerika na mangangailangan ng tulong sa Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles, ang number po namin is 323-258-1528.
Pakiulit lamang po, Conjen, para sa ating mga tagapakinig.
Opo, 323-528-1528.
Okay. At yan po
Handa
ay
po kami tumulong 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Ayan, bukas yan, buong araw, buong linggo, Consul General.
Yes, sir.
Okay, got it. And with that, thank you so much for joining us in the program, Consul General Adelio Cruz, our Consul General of Philippine Consulate General in Los Angeles in California, for giving us an update and advice to our kababayans there regarding the situation in Southern California as protest continues to grow this week. So thank you, Consul General, for taking
Thank you very much, sir. More power po.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Front and center. Front and center. Here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service.
And with that interview of the program with the Consul General, we conclude this edition of Front and Center here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Together with our production team and technical personnel, this is your host, Jerome Toledo. Until next time, mabuhay, love the Philippines.
You have just heard and watched Front and Center. Front and Center. Join us again for another edition here on Radyo Pilipinas World Service. Front and Center.